and gentlemen, as we proceed to give you what you need, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Cody, and today we are here for another episode of GM Mode. If you missed the last episode, go on our channel and check that out. We actually won one, finally. Not by much, but we did win one again. Hopefully that is a sign of good things to come. Without further ado, let's go ahead and book today's episode. The first half. So match number 1, we're continuing a rivalry, lower card rivalry, but we're upping the ante a whole lot because why the heck not? It's going to be a solid steel cage match between Chris Masters and old Billy Regal. Where's he at? Old Billy. Don't ask me why it's in a steel cage. It's just in a steel cage because steel cages are fun. Literally same match we had last week, just singles match between old Booker T and his rival now, Chris Jericho. Fatigue is kind of high, so that's why I didn't throw a stipulation in there, but hopefully once that comes down a little bit, we can start throwing more intense matches their way. Promo number 1, injury return for Edge. We gotta boost them up because they are coming back and they are going to help us so much. As a result of last week's victory by Ronald Van Donald, he has himself a Cruiserweight Championship match between him and Chavo Guerrero. We'll see who comes on top. It's still early stages in the rivalry, but we may see some title swapping. This may backfire because people involved are getting upset about losing a lot, but it's going to be the Big Show, Orlando Jordan, and Ric Flair. I'm just throwing Ric Flair in there just because he's kind of floating at this point, but obviously Orlando Jordan and the Big Show have a rivalry. I'm not going to make it for the title. I'm just going to have a match and see who wins and then go from there. Promo number 2, injury return for Batista. Here's another rivalry, but we're going to up the stakes as well. It's going to be a ladder match. Christian's already in place, and of course his rival is Rey Mysterio. Edge is coming back soon, so the tag team scene is going to get a lot more interesting, I think, and I'm really excited for that because we haven't had many tag team champions. Compared to all the other titles that have changed hands, the tag team has like half of the champions. The Guerreros have had a strong grasp of that championship for a long time now. And then our main event, kind of a fun main event. Nothing on the line, it's just going to be a tag team match. A weird team of Randy Orton and The Undertaker, and they're going up against their rivals, of course, Eddie Guerrero and the World Heavyweight Champion, Shelton Benjamin. Our top guys, really, our top active guys, I should say, in a tag team match. I don't think that's a bad main event. I think it's fun. Going back over everything, Chris Masters and William Regal, solid steel cage. Booker T and Chris Jericho, just singles match. Injury return for Edge. Singles match for the Cruiserweight Championship, RVD and Chavo Guerrero. Triple threat non-title, Big Show, Flair, and Orlando Jordan. Injury return for Batista. Ladder match between Christian and Rey Mysterio, and then a tag team match between Randy Orton, The Undertaker, Eddie Guerrero, and Shelton Benjamin. So let's go ahead and finalize the card and simulate the results. Chris Masters again getting a win over Regal. Steel cage doesn't matter. Chris Masters, good for him. Good for him, honestly. Booker T again. I think that's back-to-back wins for him. Yo, Chris Jericho. I'm so sick and tired of Chris Jericho. I may trade him just because I'm just tired of booking him in things. Because he loses all the time. Chavo Guerrero retains the Cruiserweight Championship.
Ooh, Chavo. Chavo, todo nombre.
Where I may go from here is start looking for a tag team partner for RVD, which of course Eddie's in a rivalry with Randy, so Randy RVD tag team, maybe? Orlando Jordan, my goodness. It's non-title, but he still picks up the win. He is really doing well against the Big Show, who had all the momentum in the world. Losing the title really took away all his momentum. Okay, Rey Mysterio is able to get a win. That's good because he was getting upset about not being able to win. And then in our main event, Eddie Guerrero and Shelton Benjamin get one over Randy and The Undertaker. I don't know if I'll win this week or not. Fan change, Raw. Okay. Just 20,000 though. They're not winning by huge chunks anymore, and I think that's good. Especially since we have people returning from injury. Let's look at Smackdown results just because our shows are getting better. We don't have 1-star matches anymore, which is good. From here, I'm going to go ahead and book the second half of this week's show. Returning guys, so many possibilities. I'm so excited. Finally, after all this time, finally. So, we'll be right back. I'm really excited. I think this is going to be a great show. This one isn't going to be a good match. It's kind of guys we haven't used in a number of weeks. It's going to be Daivari and Paul London. Paul London was getting upset because I haven't been using him, so I guess we'll throw him this match here just to get these guys on the card. Match number 2 is going to be a tag team match between two programs, two rivalries. Chris Jericho is already in place. We're going to put him with Chris Masters. The Team Chris is going up against Booker T and William Regal. Promo 1 is going to be advertising, because if you look at the lower right hand corner, I only have $15,000 and a lot of people's contracts are about to expire, so we need money desperately. Big Show hasn't been winning and he hasn't proved himself. Last week they were in a triple threat match, so it's kind of understandable that you don't pick up the win. But if you don't pick up the win here, then I don't know. Orlando Jordan's on a roll, and we'll see what happens with this match here. There are a lot of tag team matches in this week. The returning Edge teaming up with, of course, his partner Christian, and Christian's rival is Rey Mysterio. And we're just going to put Rey Mysterio with RVD. They have been tag team champions in the past before, so they're kind of an established team going against, of course, one of the greatest teams of all time in Edge and Christian. Promo number 2, another advertising promo. This is going to be crazy. I don't know why I'm just doing this on a random SmackDown. Well, I do know why. I'm just trying to win. Hell in a Cell. Oh, I can't afford it. Never mind, I can't afford it.
You did everything humanly possible. You also assumed somebody was watching your money.
Alright, looks like we're having a singles match. Just regular singles match. Undertaker and Shelton Benjamin. But we'll make it for the title. We'll make it for the title just to make it a little more interesting. I wanted to do a Hell in a Cell, which is risky because people get injured really easily in Hell in a Cell. And now this program here for the main event, I'm very excited for it. Another tag team match. Our tag team champions are, of course, Eddie Guerrero and his nephew Chavo. Randy, of course, is in a rivalry with Eddie Guerrero. Returning is Batista. Now, if you think back, if you go back and remember, Batista was in a rivalry with Eddie over the United States Championship. They also had a tag team match with Chavo, where Chavo really did a number on Batista and forced the team of Eddie and Chavo to win. The plot thickens here because Randy and Batista were once in a group with one Ric Flair called Evolution. So it's Evolution versus the Guerreros. Tag team, and of course we're making it for the championship. I think this is such a great story because we can tell so many layers with it. Also, Chavo is the Cruiserweight champion, so we can start a rivalry between him and Ric Flair, and maybe make some magic there as well. So let's go over everything again and really paint the picture here, because I think our show is back on a good track. London Daivari, kind of the throwaway match of the card. Chris Jericho and Chris Masters versus Booker T and William Regal. Advertising promo. Big Show versus Orlando Jordan, non-title. Edge and Christian returning Edge, going up against Rey Mysterio and RVD. advertising promo again, and then heavyweight championship match between Undertaker and Shelton Benjamin, and then tag team championship match between Los Guerreros and Evolution. Finalize the results and simulate. Paul London, okay, he wanted to be on the card, and he's proving himself on that said card, so good for Paul London. I'm so sick of Chris Jericho. I'm so sick of Chris Jericho. If he didn't have, like, name value, I would trade him in a heartbeat, but there's just no one on Raw. I check every week. There's no one on Raw worth trading for Chris Jericho. But he just loses every week. I'm so sick of him. I'm getting sick of the Big Show too, honestly. My goodness. Maybe I can do a dual trade. Big Show and Chris Jericho for somebody decent. Edge, in his great comeback, loses to Rey Mysterio and RVD. But we can start a program with Edge and RVD and just keep working this. Keep working this, and then whoever wins here can challenge whoever comes on top with Evolution and the Guerreros. I have plans. Shelton Benjamin again retains the heavyweight championship.
Ain't no stopping me, no!
How's the Undertaker not winning? I throw him these bones so he can win, but he's not winning. And then main event, and new tag team champions, Evolution.
Evolution is a mystery, full of chains that no one sees. Clock makes a fool of history.
Batista and Randy Orton, what a team. I want Triple H now. I want to get Triple H just so it's complete. I kind of think I might win. Fan change. How? This show was 10,000. Okay, that's not that much. This show was fire though, man. This show was absolute fire. How did we lose? God. I was really banking on winning this week. Let's look at the roster. We have nobody in the 90s. How? Oh, because Eddie lost. Undertaker's unsatisfied. Christian and Big Show are unsatisfied. Because you keep losing? Oh my goodness. Christian, because you keep losing? Undertaker, because you keep losing? I don't know what to do, man. Current champions, Evolution. Tag team champions. I just want to see something. Proposed trades. Random person. We'll do the Undertaker. Triple H is a 92. We can't get Triple H. That'd be amazing if we could, though. Let's look at these reports. 1-star match. Get off the show. If I didn't have this match on the show, I would have won. I'm convinced of that. That was a good match, though. Why wasn't this higher? I need to start a rivalry with Chavo and Ric Flair. We are running parallel here. Those lines are very straight. Those are very straight lines. That's a problem, though. We need to close that gap. I guess that'll go ahead and do it for this week's episode. I see good things on the horizon. We just gotta get there. So if you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on social media for content updates. And thank you for coming out of this one. I hope to see you for the next one.
And I won't be tonight.